Thank you. Although it is commonly believed that our generation is not great at listening, I would like to take a moment to genuinely thank those parents, professors, and mentors who have given us advice, support, and encouragement during our time at UC Merced. Even though we often didn't want to hear it, the smiles you see on our faces as we graduate today are because we have finally realized you only wanted to help us grow into the responsible, strong, and forward-thinking Bobcats you always knew we could be. We have learned to appreciate your advice and the value of your continued support and encouragement. On behalf of the class of 2018, thank you. Although we now realize that we did not in fact already know everything when we first stumbled through this beginning sculpture, we are proud of what we have learned during our time at UC Merced. Whether it was figuring out that undeclared is not actually a major, or drawing up schematics to conquer the infamously overcrowded bus, we have found that we have the power to be agents of our own destinies. However, there have been some events in our lives here at UC Merced that have been outside of our control. In the spring semester of last year, our class lost one of our own. Coleman Hampton, who inspired many with his art and music, passed away, and as we grieved his death, I began to fear that I too might not make it to graduation. I was not alone in these fears. I have found that although the reasons vary, the fear of maybe not having what it takes is universal. College life is hard. Some of us have had to work multiple jobs, while others have endured stressful living situations or even made the difficult decision to take a semester off. Some of our dreamers have even feared deportation despite their hard work. To put it simply, regardless of our unique struggles, there comes a time when we were all terrified we just weren't cut out for one of the best research universities in the world. However, although our fears were real, we did not allow them to define our reality. As we celebrate our triumphs, I am honored to stand beside my fellow Bobcats today and share with you our struggles. We have faced adversity and we have adapted. Although our fears were our own, our success is shared. The Bobcats before you who graduate today are intelligent, resilient, and kind people who have stood in solidarity with one another time and time again. For one last time, we sit before you today as a unified whole, as we remember those in our lives who are no longer here and vow to carry their strength and courage with us into the world. As Coleman once said, energy is endlessly recycled, not uniquely belonging to us as individuals. We just borrow it while we physically exist. Graduates, as you go forth today to graduate school, to the workforce, to the military, or just back to your apartment to finish packing up, I challenge you to use that energy to face your fears, because your potential is limitless and your ability to change the world is infinite. Congratulations, class of 2018. Stay fearless.